Good morning, Pokefans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and we're going to continue our seasonal rank climb through Master Ball tier using a team that we built from scratch. In the last episode, we had made a couple of changes, so we're going to go ahead and go through those changes real fast. We demoted Regieleki, took off his item, and put him away for right now, and we replaced him with a Mungus, who had seemingly did not do anything spore-like because taunt is a problem for a Mungus specifically. His original item was supposed to be Citrus Berry, but I forgot Gyarados has that, so I changed it over to Leftovers, and it seems to help out quite a bit in the battle so far. The original Pokemon I was going to add was a Rillaboom, but I'm currently run out of stuff to boost them in a fast manner. If I'm not trying to vitamin my Pokemon, it doesn't take that long to train them, but it does take a little bit more than I would like to give, or I could give realistically. So in this fashion, what we have is a Pokemon that can and cannot be trained at the same time, but I am still working on the EV set for him as well to kind of see what I would like him to be. He is going to be an Assault Vest build, so I'm hoping that he does really well, and I'm missing an attack that I have to do an egg move for. So it's more of a time management type thing instead of incompatibility. And I do have some missing items to do that, but it is what it is. I have to do some Ace Trainer fights or just try to teach him while on the field, in which I'm still going through Kitakame. So I'm still here. I'm trying to get all the TMs ready so I can teach them to a few Pokemon. And these TMs are very far and wide. And I'm trying to get a Militech for next season. I believe Militech is going to be making a huge comeback, but may not, just because of the fact that the water types that are currently out there can be considered better than what we've got now. So we'll see. But I don't really want it to take down any old partners that did really well. Right now, Heatran and Cresselia are both examples I can give of Pokemon doing extremely well. Gastrodon is one of those as on top of that. So yeah, it's kind of going to be really hard to argue that older Pokemon can't make it in the newer gens, but we'll see how Regulation E comes out. So we're going to continue our team here. One thing I wanted to do with Tornadus was maybe teach Leer, but Scary Face does help out quite a bit when the matchup comes up with the Fluttermane mirrors. And I could also use it to downgrade the speeds of fellow Tornaduses so that I outspeed them regardless of what they do. So maybe in the future I could outspeed someone somehow, but right now, maybe not. But that's what it is so far. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into our first match of the day. While I'm loading up the matches here, please do not forget to do the YouTube things by leaving a like on the video, a dislike if you dislike it, subscribing if you're brand new, and leaving a comment down below. All of these things do help out the channel quite a bit, and if you guys want to get notified of when I upload next, hit the notification bell on the right. All right, first match that we have today is going to be Fluttermane, Tornadus, Amoonguss, Landorus, and this is Therian form, Ogerpon, which is fire, and Iron Hands. So we do have kind of Tailwind team. Pardon me. A Tailwind team that's primarily offensive. We do have an Intimidator with Landorus, and we do have someone that will slow down games with Amoonguss as well. I don't know what the Terra type is going to be for Iron Hands. Could be Grass is what a lot of people use for, but we shall see. I'm going to bring in Tornadus, and I kind of want to bring in Great Tusk. He's been a great asset to us lately, but there is a lot of flying Pokemon on that side, so maybe Great Tusk as an open isn't. I will bring him in though, and I'll bring in Fluttermane just so that we can kind of offset the speed tiers here. They could go for a faster Fluttermane. I'm, max speed investment on my Fluttermane, but I do not run booster energy. I run choice specs, which is why I have 4 attacks instead of the 1. We have Amoonguss and Iron Hands. Open up with Tornadus and Chien Pao. Okay, so in this matchup here, I'm going to need to taunt the Amoonguss straight away. And I think I'm going to protect the Chien Pao from fake out pressure, because he can fake out Tornadus, which is totally fine. But I'm going to make sure that I do not get hit with anything. Amoonguss is going to Terra to Water, so immediately preventing the Ice Spinner to go into that slot. I'm going to protect. No fake out so far. Let's see. Taunt. Nope, no fake out. Taunt will go right into the Amoonguss. It's going to stop that Spore. Wild Charge goes right into the Tornadus and will one-hit KO. Iron Hands was damaged by recoil, which is about 33%, I think. Break that long rush, but I do get access to Rock Slide if I bring out Great Tusk. I think the best option I have is to go with the Flutter Mane. Okay. Amoonguss cannot Spore, cannot use Rage Powder. Can use he can use Pollen Puff still. So there's that. We're gonna hit Iron Hands with the Moonblast, and then I kind of want to drop Amoonguss by half, but I'm probably gonna get hit a lot. So I'm gonna Sucker Punch the Iron Hands as well. I am gonna Terra so that I do not get hit with Drain Punch, which is probably gonna come out of Iron Hands here. So Landorus comes out, dropping my attack 1 stage. He retreated Amoonguss to bring out Landorus, so that's decent enough. Sucker Punch into Iron Hands does not do as much damage as I would like it. Moonblast into that slot, then does the KO. There we go. Iron Hands has fainted. I think the Sucker Punch put him in range. Sends out Ogerpon next. He's already done the Terra, so he can't do anything, but Mold Breaker does allow him to attack into slots that he usually doesn't get to. Question, what should I do here? Moonblast can only do 1 target at a time. Actually, let's swap to Great Tusk, and I'm going to Ice Spinner into the Landorus. Swapping will allow Flutter Mane to survive just a little bit longer, and it's not like, oh, dang. It's alright, though. And it's not like I wouldn't be able to survive a couple of hits. Spiky Shield goes up, which is totally fine. Last episode, I think we ran into someone that used Spiky Shield quite a bit. I think it does the same thing as Protect. Uh-oh. Jit Pow was hit due to the Rocky Helmet. Is that me or them? It's probably me. It was in fact me. Wow, I was booted way far out. I hate that when that happens, but it happens in regional tournaments all the time, so I can't really be mad about it. Nintendo, please fix your stuff, please. Alright, next matchup. We've got Ceruledge, Annihilate, Landorus, Crocodile, Tornadus, and Hatterene. Not Indity, Hatterene. Now, we do have a mixed bag of Pokemon here. We do have Anger Point, or maybe it could be Moxie. I think it's Anger Point, Crocodile, so that's going to be really, really hard to deal with. Annihilate, Ceruledge, a lot of good Pokemon in this roster. Wow. Okay. Hatterene is what I'm going to have to worry about the most because of Trick Room, and would benefit a lot of the Pokemon in here. Well, maybe not. I don't think it would really benefit anyone. I think it's more of the Trick Room counter. Tornadus is fast, Crocodile is fast, Landorus is fast, Ceruledge is fast. I don't know about Annihilate, but again, a lot of people invest into speed, so I highly doubt it. I highly doubt that. We'll walk in with Gyarados, Great Tusk, Jit Pow, and Moongus. I think that's what we'll do. We'll leave Tornadus and Fluttermane in the back. I don't know if Taunt is going to be really helpful here, but I do have another version of it with Gyarados, so it's not like it's going to be that big of a deal. Magic Bounce is probably going to be the clutch here, though, so I have to keep an eye on that. Okay, Hatterene and Landorus. This is standard Therian, so Intimidate comes out. So they might go up for Trick Room, which is very, really interesting. Waterfall. And we'll do Rock Slide. Well, Waterfall the Landorus, I don't think Thunderwave would work because he is part ground and ground does ignore that. I'm hoping that the Rock Slide does a little bit, at least flinching wise. Because right now I don't really know what it's supposed to do. Retreats Landorus to bring out Tornadus. Rock Slide. So it's going to do minimum damage with a Waterfall. But do I get the flinch? Nope. Trick Room gets activated on the Hatterene. This is a terrible decision. Why do they do that? Like, bro, why do they do that? Ooh, Waterfall. Actually, Thunderwave that, and we'll switch out to the Mungus. We do have a Trick Room counter, and that's going to be a Mungus here. Calm Mind on the Hatterene. So +1 to special defenses and special attack. Thunderwave goes on to the Tornadus. Icy Wind. Super effective on the Mungus. Drops the speed for Gyarados. Are you helping me out here? Bro, like, what is your strat? Why are you helping me out? That's so weird. Can I Spore into... That's a question. Can I Spore into... Let's give it a shot. I can't get, put to sleep. I don't think Magic Bounce deals with that. I know it stops Taunt, but would that do anything with Spore? Oh yeah, it does. Okay. I had to try. Like, the Sickle Fire. Over to the Mungus, barely survives. Drops its special attack. Waterfall comes out next. Hits the Tornadus. Bleak Windstorm. Misses Gyarados, but it's going to knock out Mungus. I had to give it a try. I didn't think it would work, but I wanted to try it. Okay. Bring out Chien-Pao. Another fast Pokemon. Probably like, this guy's dumb. He doesn't know how to play Pokemon. It's like, oh, I can assure you, sir, I do. Waterfall, not on get. Why would I attack? Game, really? Come on. Come on, game. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. No, I don't need to attack my own Pokemon. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. So we're going to protect on Chien-Pao to prevent Mythical Fire to come out. I haven't used my Terra yet, so I might change Chien-Pao's typing to Flying because I do have Great Tusk in the back. Tailwind goes... Why? 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 Are you like getting... You are... What the... Why? This is like guerrilla tactics. Like, oh, I'm gonna make you guess. I'm gonna make you guess. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna make you guess. What? Come on, man. This is not what you do. Hatterene does Calm Mind, though. It raises its stats another stage. I don't get it. I don't get it. I am confused. Literally confused. Why? Why is this a thing? I don't know what that is. Ah, Annihilate. Gotcha. Annihilate that you've doubled the speed to. Like, you have one more turn of Trick Room. That's cool. I'm gonna Thunder Wave that Pokemon. I'm gonna Terra, and I'm gonna Sucker Punch the. I guess I don't need to Sucker Punch the Hatterene. I flat out attack it. They doubled the speed. I'm gonna Thunder Wave the Annihilate. It's effectively gonna drop his speed 2 stages, but I've survived Trick Room now for the most part. I'm changing the Terra so I don't get hit a lot. Thunder Wave goes into the Annihilate, paralyzing him. Hopefully that procs this turn. Mythical Fire over the Chien-Pao. Still does a lot of... Well, it is +2. Bulk up with Annihilate. So that's a bulk up set. Attack and defense up 1 stage. Ice Spinner. Right into the Hatterene. Brings it to range. Citrus Spray activates. I think it's going to be a KO next turn. I'm going to Waterfall that guy, and I'm going to Ice Spinner Hatterene. Now, even with Trick Room, I still outspeed that, or not Trick Room, but Tailwind, I still outspeed Annihilate because of the fact that, oh, well, it's going to protect, but it's paralyzed, so it has its speed. Ice Spinner into the Hatterene. No more Trick Rooms for you. Okay, thanks, bye. Waterfall goes off and does not work, unfortunately. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, here comes Landorus. Intimidate goes off again. Waterfall. I think we'll double into that slot. No, I'll protect with Chien-Pao because Gyarados really hasn't taken a lot of damage this game. And I don't really want to chance that. So Rock Slides could come out. I don't think Earthquake's going to come out. I would resist both of those. Terra. I thought they did Terra, but I guess they didn't. Terra goes to Annihilate, and it's Fire. Ghost. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Makes it ineffective against fighting attacks and normal attacks, which is totally fine. Rock Slide from the Landorus. A little bit of damage to the Gyarados. I say little as it takes half its HP, but the Citrus Berry will kick it right back up to above half. Bulk up again from the Annihilate, making it +2 in defenses and attack. Waterfall now hits that slot. And their Tailwind is gone. I'm going to protect with... Actually, I'm going to swap with Gyarados to bring out Great Tusk. And I'm going to Sucker Punch. Actually, I'm going to Ice Spinner into Landorus. Because now if Qian Pao goes down... okay, he's not doing anything with Annihilate. The thought was if Qian Pao goes down, Gyarados comes back down, or comes back out, and it lowers Annihilate's attack one stage. So that was the plan there. Oh, this is the only Pokemon left? Okay. We could go with Rock Slides for the possible flinch. I think that's going to be the call. He protected last turn, so he has to attack. He could bulk up, but I'm going to Sucker Punch it just in case. This is the last Pokemon, so I did make him go through all of his other Pokemon before this outcome was arranged. But he did screw himself up twice. Like, yeah, it's good to have counters for Trick Room, to use Trick Room yourself, to make sure that no one can ever use Trick Room and vice versa. Sucker Punch goes into the Annihilate, does not do a whole lot of damage, but here comes the Rock Slide, and we'll miss? Okay. Drain Punch, right over to the Great Tusk. It's going to heal him back up to full. That's unfortunate, but I can't do anything about that. We'll swap to Gyarados now. And I'm just going to use Ruination. Just flat out drop him by half. It's good to have counters for Trick Room, but when you've got a Tailwind user and Trick Room user out on the field at the same time, and you're under Trick Room... Oh, Defiant, are you serious? That's dope. Drop it by half. Rage Fist goes right into the Gyarados, I think. Yep. That's going to be a one-hit KO. There's no way to get out of that. Plus, that's a lot to ignore. Or to try to ignore. It looks like it is leftovers. Still, that's pretty dope. That is really, really dope. Thing is that I don't know if I have enough to KO with what I've got. We can Rock Slide, and I could go for the Ruination again. I think Ruination is going to be the best thing I could do here. Rock Slide goes off, does hit him, does not do enough damage. I can only hope he gets the flinch off. Ruination again, drops him even further. Drain Punch right off. Nope, it's not enough. The leftovers is going to heal him up. He's got a +2 to defense. There's no way. Is not taking the green. Gets him really close though. But that +2 to defense isn't. Ice Spinner. Let's give it a try. He definitely pulled it off with this Annihilate. Maybe Headlong Rush would have done something. I'm not sure. I don't think so though. Still, not a bad matchup. But the scripts that he did before was definitely off-putting, for sure. Like, you shouldn't use both Tailwind and Trick Room at the same time. This match, I just couldn't do the damage output for the Annihilate. It is what it is at that point, but I tried. Alright, next matchup is Volcarona, Scizor, Roaring Moon, Meowscarada, Gyarados, and Goodra. The regular Goodra, not Hisuian Goodra. So that's really, really interesting. Probably for Sap Sipper, realistically. Could also be something else, but Sap Sipper seems to be the main combo there. It's a good switch in when you're trying to hit, like, knock down Gyarados or whatever. So we'll see what happens in this matchup here. We do have to worry about Tailwind from 2 users, so Volcarona and Roaring Moon. Intimidator from Gyarados as well, so we do have to worry about that. I think the best course of action that I have is to maybe walk in with Qian Pao, Great Tusk, Gyarados. Oh, maybe not. Walk it in with Tornadus, Gyarados, Chiapao, and Great Tusk. Actually, I don't think... No, maybe not Great Tusk. We'll walk in with Amoonguss. I think that's going to be the best combo that I have. Bullet Punch from Scizor is probably going to be there. We do have other concerns as well, depending on the Pokemon that they brought in. But as for me, I think we've got it. I think we've got it. So we'll see. Roaring Moon and Scizor. So we do have 2 priority users right off the bat. Well, I shouldn't say priority users. We got 1 right off the bat, and then maybe a Tailwind that comes up. Photosynthesis is activated by the booster energy, making speed the 100% thing. So we could drop his speed 2 stages and forsake Tailwind right off the bat. Or we could do our own Tailwind and outspeed. I do have Gyarados, so that's a thing to think about. I think forsaking the speed is probably best, because dropping it by half is pretty dope. So yeah, we'll do that. And I'm going to Thunder Wave the Scizor. Scary Face. Oh, right. Doesn't affect dark types. I forgot. My bad. Break Swipe doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Does lower down Gyarados' attack 1 stage, though. Here we go. Thunder Wave over to the Scizor. Oh, Scizor uses Tailwind? What is this nonsense? What? Okay. All right. All right. We'll Tailwind now. That's really funny. That's super funny. Okay. Swap out Gyarados for let's go ahead and do Amoonguss. We don't really have like a lot of attackers, and I have to kind of get set up for Chiapao. So we'll do our own Tailwind. That way, Roaring Moon doesn't get like the best of us. Knock off for the Amoonguss. Knocks off my leftovers. Oh, that sucks. U-turn with Scizor doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it does. It will do a whole lot of damage. As it goes back to the trainer now. But he's paralyzed, and that's all that really matters. Brings out Volcarona. Swap out to Gyarados. And we're going to Spore the Roaring Moon. We know that he doesn't have an item, so whatever happens, happens. And it seems to be one of the main attackers with knockoff and breaking swipe. I'm assuming he's going to have acrobatics as well, which kind of puts Amoonguss into like a rough spot. But I'm hoping with the minus 2 attack now, it doesn't do that much damage. Yep, acrobatics and that might have saved us. The minus 2. Fiery Dance. If it hits the Gyarados, does not do a lot of damage. Spore goes off. Gyarados will go ahead and Thunder Wave the Volcarona. Swap Amoonguss for Regenerator to bring in Tornadus. Because Roaring Moon has to have its dedicated turn of sleep. He can't wake up first turn. And he's pretty fast, so... We're going to Terra. And it's the Volcarona. Grass to prevent the Spore, which is totally fine. That is a predicted outcome. Roaring Moon's asleep. Thunder Wave. to maybe get the... It's gonna do Quiver Dance. It's gonna do special attack, special defense, and speed. And their tail one's gone. Okay. I'm gonna taunt the Volcarona as well. And I'll go ahead and just Bleak Wind. And let's hope for the best. With Volcarona is gonna be crippled. With your Roaring Moon, he had his turn of sleep. Could wake up, but it's a 33% chance. Gyarados comes out. It's going to weaken my Gyarados by 1 stage in attack, but I don't really care. Bleak Wind Storm is going to hit both, and it does a lot to the Volcarona. Taunt. So now if it was going to attack or do like any buffs, it can't. Does Giga Drain instead. That's a good call, having Giga Drain on Volcarona. I like that. I like that strat a lot. Citrus Berry will activate on our Gyarados. Tail one's gone. I'm gonna protect on my Gyarados. And I'm gonna Bleak Wind again. I'm the fastest thing on the field outside of the Volcarona at this point, and it's paralyzed, which means it's not going to be attacking for very much. They retreat to bring out Scizor. Protect on the Gyarados. I'm trying to create an open. Bleak Wind does not hit the Volcarona, does hit the Scizor though. Both Pokemon on that side of the field are paralyzed. Drops the speed for Scizor, and Volcarona is paralyzed. Swap to Amoonguss. And we will Bleak Wind again. Tailwind could be coming out of the Scizor. It also could be going for a Bullet Punch to knock out the Tornadus. And again, if it does, it creates that opening for me. So it was the Bullet Punch. It will get paralyzed. Bleak Wind will now hit both Pokemon. Does not knock out the Scizor or the Volcarona, but it sets them up. Giga Drain comes out from the Volcarona into the Amoonguss, which takes it like a champ. Takes it like a champ. And Volcarona shook off the taunt. We will Rage Powder, and I'm going to Bleak Wind. They have to switch one or both Pokemon, because otherwise they're going to get knocked out here if Bleak Wind lands on either one of the Pokemon. Amoonguss becomes the attention. Scizor's paralyzed again. That was a 50% chance. Bleak Wind does hit both Pokemon, and it's the double knockout. Let's go. Let's go. Apologies. Sent out Gyarados, which is going to lower my attacks again, but I don't really care. And here comes Roaring Moon, who is not the fastest Pokemon anymore. Booster Energy forced it to retreat, so there's that. We're going to go ahead and Spore. Actually, Taunt could be coming out. I'm going to Pollen Puff my own Tornadus. And wait. Here's the question, guys. Here's the question. I Spore into the Gyarados, Taunt into the Gyarados. Roaring Moon doesn't wake up, but now I stop the taunt from the Gyarados. Gyarados doesn't taunt me, which means I could Spore him to put him to sleep. Roaring Moon woke up. Okay, that doesn't... Nope. Acrobatics. Oh, the -2 is gone. Amoonguss goes down. Oh, man. I was really hoping he'd stay asleep. But guess what? Cannot Dragon Dance, so I did stop something. Now, Chan Pao comes out, and he becomes the breadwinner of the game. I Terra, just so that I'm not weak against anything, and I go right into the Roaring Moon, and I Bleak Wind Storm to hope for the best. Gyarados cannot Thunder Wave, cannot Taunt, cannot Dragon Dance. He can only attack. Roaring Moon can only, well, I mean, he could buff. He could. I don't know if he's going to. But I become flying, so now I'm not one-shottable by acrobatics by any means necessary. I don't even think I was going to in the first place. But Ice Spinner goes right into the Roaring Moon, and it's a one-hit KO. Let's go. Bleak Wind goes right into that slot, takes Gyarados down really, really low, drops his speed, waterfall onto the Chien Pao, and we'll go ahead and Ice Spinner and Bleak Wind. I think the game's over. Battle's canceled. That fight was exciting. It was so exciting. That's how Pokemon fights should be. Woo! Let's go. All right, next match is up. Ooh, we've got the water version of Ogerpon, Grimmsnarl, wow, Gyarados, Tornadus, Urshifu, and Landorus. So this is probably single strike Urshifu. That way you're not doubling up into water types, but it could also be the Rapid Strike Urshifu. If it is Rapid Strike, there's 3 types of water Pokemon on that team, but there's also 3 types of flying Pokemon on that team. And then Grimmsnarl, who is just all by himself. Grimmsnarl, I think, is going to be the screen setter and maybe fake out person. Tornadus is definitely going to be like the taunter and maybe Tailwind. I don't know what Gyarados is doing per se, but it is what it is at this point. Okay, so let's bring in Tornadus, Gyarados, Fluttermane, and actually, let's bring in Tornadus, Great Tusk, Chien Pao, and Gyarados. We'll leave Amoonguss and Fluttermane in the back. We want to try to be as offensive as possible since they're going to slow down the game with Grimmsnarl. Now, I could one-shot Grimmsnarl with Fluttermane. You'd have to dedicate a lot of stats into Grimmsnarl, including having the screen up for it to survive a Moonblast from a Spect Fluttermane that's not Terra'd, and it's going to be the same other way too. We're going to do Great Tusk and Tornadus versus their... Oh, no. All that planning for a disconnect. I wonder who it is. Probably me. Oh no, it was them. And I believe that's going to be all of what I can do today. We're going to blue ball you again with 68 fights, 26 wins, 42 losses. And I know I'm sorry to do this to you guys, but I do run out of time when recording. I should get back into recording at night so that I could record a little bit more, but I'll do my best to try to record the extra fights that I do owe for you guys. And I'm also going to be changing around the editing style a little bit, and I'm hoping that you guys will like it once I've perfected it to be something that I'm looking forward to. I'm creating an intro, so there's stuff that's coming away, and I'm still working on those assets, and I'm hoping to have that done soon-ish. I have the base plan set up of how I would like the stuff to be. I just have to gather the assets, like the Terra pictures and stuff like that, typing moves and stuff like that, get all the pictures together so I can put it onto the screen for you guys to see. And then I'll try it out and see if you guys like it. If you do, then I'll continue with that. If not, then I won't do it at all. So from here on out, though, we're doing really well. We're still at 38%, so the win-loss record is still really, really high for our terms, but we're not doing half bad. Amoonguss is definitely pulling its weight. I think if I don't plan on tearing Amoonguss, it kind of sets him up for failure, but he does absorb a lot of stuff from other grass type users, so that's cool. Gyarados is definitely helping out. Like the Intimidator, oh my god. Now, if you could switch between Gyarados and Landorus at the same time, bro, that's 2 stages per round. That's insane. Forcing them to swap out even more while you're putting up special offensive is, my god. It's going to be so great. I'm hoping that strategy does work, and I would like to premiere in the video one day. I think I have everything ready. Landorus is definitely ready. Gyarados is Gyarados. just gonna be ready, but I'm hoping to premiere that soon. Well, anyways, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching one last time. Don't forget to do the YouTube thing. So like the video if you like it, dislike it if you didn't. Leave a comment down below because I do reply to any and all comments you guys leave behind. Unfortunately, I ran out of time today to record more battles, but it is what it is. Subscribe if you're brand new or you are a returning viewer or just like Pokemon battles in general. I do host 6 days a week, sometimes more if you guys ask for it, and I'll try to make it work with the time that I have. It does help out all the channel does help out the channel quite a bit. We're trying to hit 400 subs by the end of the month and 1,000 by the end of the year, and that's just more of a personal goal. It's just like a YouTube plaque for my wall if they still have one. If I have to hit a bigger thing, then I'm definitely going to make that the goal, is to earn a YouTube plaque and go from there. I would love to have one. That'd be dope. So dope. And hitting the notification bell on the right of the subscribe button will keep you notified when I upload. So that's it. That's all I got. Have a good one. Happy Wednesday. Week is almost over. 2 more days left. Let's do it. Handle it. Let's get it done. All that jazz. Have a great day. Until tomorrow. I'll see you there. Peace.